kamakailan lang usap-usapan na magkaroon ng impeachment kay Madam Vice President at sabi naman ng iba hindi yan matutuloy, pero dahil nga sa kumakalat na yung kwento dito, nagsalita na si Ginoong Marcos Jr. At ito po ang sinasabi ni Marcos Jr. sa ating mga kababayan.
This does not make any difference to even one single Filipino life. So why waste time on it? What will happen to if somebody files an impeachment? It will tie down the House, it will tie down the Senate, it will just take up all the time, and for what? For nothing. As far as I'm concerned, it's a storm in a teacup.
So, sinabi ni Marcos, mga kababayan, it's a tea in the teacup. Yun ba yung sinasabi niya? It's a storm. It's a gulo. It's a disturbance brewing. If you summarize or put it in another way, is a storm brewing in our country. It will create havoc to our economy. It will create havoc to the political stability of our country. But, alam mo mga kababayan, kung sino man ang nag-udyok nito, biglang mayroong nag-file ng impeachment. Ito po, biglang may nag-file ng impeachment habang kasasalita lang ni Marcos Jr. Biglang sinalungat yung kanyang pakiusap sa bansa. Ito, pakinggan natin ang news item na may naghain ng mga petisyon for impeachment doon sa House of Representatives.
Civil society organizations, religious leaders, sectoral representatives, and some relatives of supposed victims of the war on drugs formally filed an impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. Akbayan Party List Representative Percival Sendanya endorsed the complaint and is supported by former Senator Laila de Lima. Among the grounds cited are culpable violation of the Constitution, graft and corruption, bribery, betrayal of public trust, and other high crimes. House Secretary General Velasco assured the complaint will go through the necessary processes and will be watched closely.
It is crucial to underscore that addressing an impeachment complaint is not a discretionary act for the House of Representatives, but a constitutional obligation. The Constitution prescribes clear steps to ensure fairness and adherence to the rule of law. Accordingly, the House of Representatives will proceed with its duties on this matter, strictly adhering to the Constitution, its rules, the principles of due process.
Whatever the representative of the House says, he's a good friend of mine, si Reggie. Matagal ko nang kapartner-partner yan sa mga gawain natin in the past. Pero, alam mo, whatever constitutional duty or whatever constitutional leeway allowed to anybody to file an impeachment, it's a political. It's not a criminal, it's not a civil, it's an administrative, but it's highly political. So kung sino yung mga politicians na nagkaroon ng ikangay pagpulong-pulong sa isa't isa at nagkumpulan sila, yun ang mananaig sa isang political. So, itong impeachment na ito, matindi ito dahil ito po ay paring is a test. This is a test of the president's influence the president's power and the president's leadership. Dito natin makikita kung may hindi pa siya lame duck, hindi na siya lame duck, or hindi pa ba siya lame duck. Kasi pag nagsalita ang isang presidente, pinapakinggan, regardless of this such thing as separation of
Powers.
of government, or separation of power. The House is independent, the Supreme Court is independent, the executive is independent. Alam ko, from the time I became a politician, became a mayor, became a congressman, I have always believed that there will be no Speaker of the House na mai-elect kung hindi basbas ng ating Pangulo. So, I believe in the wisdom, I believe in the play here of the leadership of the House. Whether ito ay sanction ng leadership or hindi sanction, itong impeachment, maski nag-announce pa si paring Reggie Velasco about reading the constitutional precepts of an impeachment, that it is a democratic way, I still believe it boils down to the leadership of Congress, paring Ado. So in that way,
Hindi naman siya appear dyan kung walang bas-bastong bossing niya.
in a way, para sa akin, itong impeachment na ito, ako lang, kung may poder pa rin at may impluensya pa rin si Marcos at siya pa rin ang tinitingala ng mga politiko na leader ng bansa, I believe that this impeachment is bound to fail. Is an book ang academic. It's only for show. Kasi ako naniniwala na ang ating speaker ay hindi basta-bastang pumalag kay Marcos. Hindi siya basta-bastang suwayin niya ang wisdom ni Marcos. Kasi this for the first time I've heard Marcos blurting out wisdom when he says that panggulo lang itong impeachment sa bansa. Masisira ang ating ekonomiya. We don't get anything out of it. So, kung napakinggan ng ating speaker at ang liderato ng ating kongreso dyan sa House, hindi naman siguro posibleng suwayin ni speaker yung ng pinsan niya.
Lalo-lalo na, magkamag-anak sila.
Magkamag-anak, magpinsan, they respect each other. So, tingin ko dyan, ay itong adventurism nitong akbayan at itong sinasabi nilang civil society people is an exercise in futility. Because doon pa lang sa forms, doon pa lang sa form and later sa substance, kung may basbas ang mga congressman, mga kababayan, at tinutupad nila or sinusunod nila ang ating Pangulo, hindi na yan makakalusot. I remember this clearly, mga kababayan. It's my personal experience, my personal history. Nag-file po ako ng impeachment together with Ferdy Topacio. Nag-file kaming dalawa, pina-impeach namin yung fugitive na Andres Bautista. Nung una, chairman ng COMELEC. So, pina-impeach po, nag-file po kami ng impeachment. Pinahirapan kami. Pagdating sa committee, pinahirapan po kami. Pati yung acknowledgement doon sa ng aming complaint, kini-question, and no other than the majority floor leader was the one who presided, Mr. Paliñas. He presided on the as chairman of the Committee on Justice. At talagang kini-question kami. Then later on, hindi man lang nakarating sa substance, medyo dinis-approve yung aming ikangay impeachment complaint. So, siyempre, just like any committee outcome, ini-endorse yan sa plenary for approval. In the meantime, ang ating nabalitaan, and this was related to me by Mr. Harry Roque, who was then presidential spokesman. Pumunta yung asawa ni Bautista, nag-appeal kay Pangulong Duterte, at sinabi niya doon lahat ng mga kabulastugan ng kanyang asawa. And true enough, nag-aksyon ang ating Pangulong Duterte. And I overheard, and I've heard also at the same time, I overheard it from another person, and I heard it from another person, na pinatawag ni Pangulong Duterte, nakipagpulong si Pangulong Duterte kay Secretary Bebot Alvarez at kay Paliñas. Whether that's true or not, nagkaroon ng malaking changes doon sa plenary. Can you imagine? I was then the PLLO. I was not yet I think I was not yet with government. I was with BACC at the time, Volunteer Against Crime and Corruption. But I was in Congress. I heard that there was an instruction from Paliñas. Galing sila kay Duterte. Pinabaliktad lahat ang mga miyembro. Pinabaliktad yung desisyon ng Committee on Justice, dismissing our complaint, and everybody, forceful majority, voted to proceed with the impeachment of Andres Bautista. So, kung si Marcos nagsabi na hindi pwede ang impeachment, ang presidente rin pwedeng ituloy nyo ang impeachment. Pero dito, sa kaso ni Andres Bautista, gusto ni Duterte ituloy. Kaya nagkabaliktaran ang mga congressman. So, what does that mean? The president has influence. Great influence and power over the decision of the House of Representatives. And walang pwedeng magsalungat sa akin because ako mismo have seen it with my own eyes, because ako po ang involved na nag-file ng kaso ng impeachment kay Andres Bautista together with my good friend Perdi Topacio. And our lawyer was Mr. Manolito Luna. Okay? So, in the same way, kung baliktarin natin ito, nagsabi na si Marcos na ayaw ko ng impeachment. So, susuwayin ba ng mga congressman yan? Unless muro-muro lang yan, palengado. Unless pakitang tao lang, ganito si Marcos, sabi-sabi, useless yung impeachment. Kung muro-muro lang yan, well, I will expect na yung frivolous impeachment complaint nitong isang grupo will hold water. Pero kung totohanan at makatarungan at talagang tunay na leader si Marcos, hindi mangyayari yan. Doon pa lang sa first hearing, mahirapan na yung complaint ng mga civil society na ito. Na gustong, according to Marcos, panggulo lang yan sa bayan. Panggulo lang yan sa ating ekonomiya. Impeachment is not timely at this time. Yun ang sinasabi ni Marcos. So, paring Ado, ano masasabi mo dyan?
Well, yun nga, it will only hold water kung itutuloy yan ni Marcos. Actually, ang test dito ay hindi kay Inday Sara. Ang test dito ay doon sa ating Pangulo. Ano ba talaga? Yung ba sinasabi niya?
Siya ba ay tunay na Pangulo o siya ba ay mangluloko na Pangulo?
May sasabihin siya, tapos iba pagagawa niya. Hindi, palalaman natin dito.
Malalaman natin. At ako hindi maniniwala na ng ating butihing speaker ay susuway sa utos ni Marcos. Hindi ako maniniwala na yung mga congressmen na sumusunod, tumitingala kay speaker ay susuway din sa order ni Marcos. Because walang speaker since the time I became a politician, I became a mayor, I became a congressman, I was in government. Wala akong magmula kay Joe de Venecia. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes. I was with Joe de Venecia nung pinorma namin yung Lakas. I was one of the signatory to the Charter of Lakas. Who made Joe de Venecia? Pag panalo ni Ramos as president, predicted na si Joe de Venecia. Pag panalo ni Erap, best friend niya, si Duabit. He really wanted Duabit. Pero nakapag-contribute sa kanya si Manny Villar, and he owes Manny Villar. Pag sabi ni Erap na si Manny Villar ang speaker, sunod kami lahat. Lumipat pa kami ng partido. Ganon katindi ang liderato at impluensya at poder ng Pangulo. So, if we're talking of an impeachment in the House, yan ay ang bottom line dyan. Dapat dapat may basbas yan ng Pangulo. Kung ayaw ng Pangulo, hindi yan lulusot. Pero kung manluloko ang Pangulo ng bansa, ay majority, buboto dyan. Very big majority. And this is a test, a continuing test of this president's sinasabi nila, mambubudol ba o hindi mambubudol? Nagsabi na siya, and I find it consistent when he said that he will not allow the ICC to manghimasok sa ating bansa. Sabihan niya na lahat, we have sovereignty, a foreign nation has no sovereignty, a foreign entity has no sovereignty, and he has been consistent. So, I will give him the benefit of the doubt na yung pananawagan niya at mga text messages niya sa mga members of the House ay will hold water. So, bilang isang maayos, matindi at mapuder na Speaker of the House, kung talagang nirerespeto niya si Presidente Marcos, that impeachment complaint, ibabasura yan, mga kababayan. Walang boboto niyan sa committee pagdating sa floor, lalo na mababasura yan sa plenary hall ng House of Representatives. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko. Okay?